Good morning, Ichigo, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bleach, latest episode review. This episode was not bad. Even though we were following mostly Ganju and Yumachika throughout this, in their fight, at least this part of the fight was a little more interesting. I didn't mind the whole Shiba Clan sand manipulation, turning things to dust sort of idea. That needs a little bit of explanation, to be honest with you. But and I don't think we ever get it in the canon of the series. But suffice to say, this part of the fight was enjoyable to watch. Like, in the last couple episodes when we were cutting back to Ganju running away from Mr. Fifth Seat himself, Yumachika, I wasn't that interested. But here, it actually held some weight. It seemed like we were reaching a conclusion, the whole idea that the firebomb on the head and, boom, sort of idea right in his face and launching a firework sort of idea. That was a lot of fun. We also got a bit of a Pac-Man reference, I guess, with Ichigo and the Soul Reapers, kind of chasing each other like a sort of thing going on. So yeah, that first half of the episode wasn't that bad. Finally we've concluded the Ganju fight. We don't see Ganju at the end of the episode still running away from a group of Soul Reapers, no-name Soul Reapers. So he hasn't met up with anybody yet, but at the very least, Yumachika and Ikkaku are now down and out, so to speak. We do all actually run into Mayuri Kurosuchi, who tells his squad, we want to find them before everybody else does. Go. Nemu's there, says we got a hell butterfly, saying that Ikkaku has lost and stuff. He's like, what? What the hell? All right, well, let's go talk to him. I need to know some information, sort of idea. You stupid girl. Sort of like, mad scientist, sort of like, I can't believe that Ikkaku would lose. That's absolutely incredible. Come along, you stupid girl. Okay. I don't know who that voice actor is off the top of my head. And that was probably a really shitty, impersonation. But my God, that dude's got to have a throat the size of a football to be able to do that constantly. God damn, that hurt me just to do that little bit. Either way, the other part of the episode was Ishida or Uryu and Orihime. There's something I want to say. Orihime in this episode, I like the fact that she attempted to fight. She said no, like Uryu gets indisposed, they're hiding from Kenpachi, and then another Soul Reaper shows up and tries to attack Orihime. Uryu, grabs her, that kind of thing. There's a whole sequence, but Uryu gets caught off guard really quick and gets indisposed for a little bit, just like a minute or two, with sand in the eyes and that whole thing, and gripping the edge of a building sort of thing. During this, he's like, Orihime, run away, you can't fight this guy. Orihime has been training with Yoruichi just like Chad. And I like that her character development. I actually like this entire sequence. I just wish it had gone further later on in the series, because she's new to her powers, and she's still new to her powers, but she's improved. She's like, I came here to fight. I didn't come here just to sit on the sidelines and be useless. If I was going to be the healer, I would stay at home and wait for you guys to return and heal your wounds. I'm here to help. I'm here to fight. I can't be a burden. It's my time to shine. I train just like everybody else. I'm going to go on the offensive. And she does. Good for her. But it fails. Due to, not, they say it was due to hesitation, but it seems like, and it could be she might have gotten a hit off on Buddy had she not hesitated. But it didn't seem to me like she hesitated very much. Maybe a couple of seconds. Of course, that's all that makes the difference between life and death, you could argue. But for me, Orihime had good character development here. She said, no, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to fight. And she's in the Soul Society. And we know all about Aizen and Urahara and stuff, later on. So when you look back at this arc and you know all this information, you know very well that they are way in over their heads. That's why Ikkaku laughed his ass off last episode at Ichigo. Like, are you kidding me? Do you have 5 captain class people? No. Well, then you're screwed. You're probably screwed with 5 captain class people. Because there's 13 of them. So it completely, it made total sense that Orihime would lose against a superior Soul Reaper. Right off the bat, she's new to her powers. She's only human. She's only a teenage girl. She just got these powers. They're not necessarily meant for offensive capability, as their main thing. So this kind of makes sense. I really like this because it showed that I don't find it like, oh man, look at her. She tries and she's useless. No. She actually stood her ground and tried, which is good character development. She said, I'm going to stand my ground, I'm going to be brave and courageous, and I'm going to go on the offensive. She went on the offensive, and it just so happens that she's up against an opponent she can't beat. That's all it was. And this is also good to kind of show her, yes, you've trained, but these are These are people that are centuries old that have honed sword skills and Kido and Shumpo and all these other abilities. You do need to understand that. So it gave her courage, but also a lesson, like character development, along with a lesson to improve herself further, but maybe combat isn't suited for you sort of idea. I was really glad for this episode. This episode, actually, I didn't realize how much weight this holds for Orihime as a character for the rest of the series. Because I feel like has a double meaning. One, it had shown her character development, but the other one was kind of like, you're still not ready for combat on this level. That's what it showed. She used her best attack, her only attacking move, and they argue, oh, you hesitated, but I don't think that Tsubaki would have been able to beat this guy. Her using Tsubaki would have won against this guy. I just don't see it. I really don't. So, not without her heavily beaten at the very least. So this was also a good lesson, and in that, more character development. Really pivotal episode for Orihime. At least I think so. Anyway, Uryu shows up, total badass, after that happens to Orihime, and manages to kind of be like, all right, I'm going to win. And he does. Buddy releases a very unique Sanpakuto. It has calls him the wind, the wind swirl, the wind devil, something like that. And he's got a bunch of tiny flying. It reminds me of Spider-Man 2000 with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, the Tobey Maguire ones, where he's launching those crazy razor bot sort of ideas, spinning death blades all around him, and that's what his is. Kind of a unique Sanpakuto. I kind of wish that we had seen more of this, or it had been in the hands of someone more unique. So we got a little more of this, because what would a Bankai like that be like? I'm interested, right? But either way, so, and this just goes to show you even more so, the fact that Buddy had a full release Shikai means that, once again, I just don't see him losing to Orihime. So once again, case in point, it wasn't bad power scaling, it was proper power scaling. Uryu wins the battle at the end of the day, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. So, really action-packed, filled with a lot of elements episode. Really enjoyed it. What did you guys think, though? Like, comment, and subscribe as always. We'll see you back here for episode 29. Till then, peace.